Hello YouTube, this is Jay Coder back with another stream, and today I'm going to be going over HTML links. And if you like this kind of content, subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment on this video, and without any further ado, let's get started here. And as you can see here, I have my Visual Studio Code open up here, and I have my HTML file here, and we're going to go over some different aspects of links, of what composes a link. So we have we can use the a tag element to define a link. We use the href attribute to define the link address. We use the target attribute to define where to open the linked document. We use the image tag element inside the a tag to use an image as a link. And we can use the mail to scheme inside the href attribute to create a link that opens the user's email program. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do our first example. So, we have this on line 18, the title of our website here. And so, under the title of our website, I'm going to do the first example of a link. So, I'm going to do href, actually, href is the syntax, and then we're going to do equals, and then we're going to do HTTPS, and then a sample website, yahoo.com, and then we're going to close that. And then outside of that is the text of the link. So I'll say visit yahoo.com. All right. And let me go ahead and save that. And I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what that looks like on the web page I have. And if you're wondering why the page are these colors, is because I have this style sheet. I have this style sheet here that I'm using in the head tag, and it already defines those colors in here. So that's why, if you're wondering, it looks like that. But the point of this tutorial today is to look at the link. So what I did here with this href equals yahoo.com is, and then visit yahoo.com, you can see the text displays here. And then when I click it, it goes to Yahoo. And so that's the first example of what I wanted to show. And now let's go to another example. So the next example I want to show is how to open a link in another tab instead of in the same window. So basically what we can do here is we can set the target, and so now instead of just yahoo.com, we can go ahead and say target equals, then inside there we need to use blank. And basically what that means is it will open up in a new tab. So that's the syntax that you need. And let me show you what that looks like in our website. So basically, what that looks like in our website is gonna go ahead and click that. And then boom, it opened it up in a new tab instead of the same tab, and it opened in a new tab there. And that's how you open in a new tab. Now, I'm going to go ahead and go to the, well, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys some things that you can also try besides the blank. And so, some things that you guys can try besides the blank is self, which default opens the document in the same window tab as it was clicked. Then we already did blank, which opened a new tab. And also you could do parent, which opens the document in the parent frame. Or you could do top, opens the document in the full body of the window. All right, and I'm going to go to the next example. And then there are links that are absolute links, and there are links that are relative links. So, absolute links is a link that you can go to that is a outside website from your own, which we already did one example here. And so this is an example of an absolute link. And then, secondly, now an example of a relative link is referencing a file within your same website. So let's go example of and of a relative link. So in this example, we can go ahead and do h an href, and then as you guys can see on the side here in the same directory, we actually have a image of a cake. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to reference that image of a cake. So inside the href, I'm going to go ahead and use that name because it's within the same directory. And I'm going to go ahead and close that off there, like so. And then I'm going to say HTML image on, on our site. So that's an HTML image on our site. And I'm also going to open that up in a new tab. So the target will equal a blank. All right, so let me go ahead and try that out and see what that looks like in our example. So now, when I open our website, I can bring it back over here. And then, so now you see example of an absolute link, which is a website outside of my website. And then an example of a relative link is the cake image that I had within the same directory of my HTML file. All right, so that was another example of what we can do with links. Now, let me go ahead and go to the next example. So, as you can see, we can also not only go to an image that's on your website, we can also make an image clickable. So, in order to make an image clickable, we can use a certain style or a certain format in order to do that. So, the first thing we need to do is we need to say, where will this image take us when we click on it? In this case, I would like this image to go to our yahoo.com example. And then after that, within this tag, you will need to use the image tag and then source. And then the source is going to be our cake image. And then the alt is going to be HTML tutorial. And that's not going to be, this alt text isn't displayed. It's just a description. And then the style here is I'm going to make it a specified width and a specified height, which in this case, I'm going to make it a width of 50 pixels and a height of 50 pixels. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and save that. And then I'm going to go ahead and go back to our site here. Actually, I'm going to add some spacing so that we can give ourselves some room, which the line break is BR. And then I'm going to save it. And then I'm going to bring our web page back over here. And so that code that I just wrote with the clickable image is right here. So what happens when I click the image? It goes to yahoo.com. So that's how you can make an image clickable to travel to a particular web page. All right, now let me show you another example. And another example is, let's say you want to send an email to a particular person and you have their email address. For instance, if you want this to automatically open the user's default email program, this is how you do it. So you can do href, and then you have to use mail to, and then a colon, and then you can say someone at example.com. And then, what this text is going to say, send email to someone. So, someone being an example or a fictitious account. But, however, the point is that when you do that, it will open the user's default mail account. And so let me go ahead and show you guys that. Let me go ahead and add some spacing here again for us. So when, let me get my page here for you guys. Let me do that. And then let me take this here and then so this is the code that I just wrote. Send email to someone. So I'm going to go ahead and hit that. And in this particular case, since my default mail account is actually Gmail, it's going to take me to Gmail. But in this case, I'm not logged in. If you're logged in, then it would automatically make a compose message with a draft email to the person designated in the HTML code here, which is this address. So that's how you do that. Like, you can say, like, email us here, and then they can click that, and then it will automatically open their default email program. All right. And then, so the next thing that we're going to do is button as a link. So, a button as a link is a little bit different. We don't have to use href necessarily, but we have to use something a bit different. So, with the button, we have to specify on click, and when we open our button tag, and then inside the on click, we need to specifically say document dot location, and this is how you specify a link. And then inside the document dot location, you will put in single quotes and then our destination, such as yahoo.com. And then after that, we close that off, go to Yahoo, then, okay, so we have that, and we need, okay, we need this closed off with another one, those, and then gonna hit save, and then let's see here. And then let me see something here. So, using this technique, actually, let me see here. this, and then here we can do cake.png. So here, this is going to actually go to our cake. So this example actually goes to a document within our website and not outside our website, but that's how that works. So let me go ahead and show you guys that. And again, I'm going to put some space there for us. There. And then I'm going to go ahead and show you guys that example with the go to cake, and then boom, it goes to the cake. And that example is for particularly something inside of your own website, and you can add, you know, a button click to go to that particular thing or page. And so I'm going to go to another example. And in this example, you can use the title attribute, which specifies extra information about an element, and the information is most often shown as a tooltip text when the mouse moves over the element. So, for example, let me go ahead and give us some spacing here. I can, have our href here, and then I can have it go to our https www.yahoo.com, and then after that I can say title, and then it will say go to yahoo.com now, or when clicked. And then on top of that, I can say go travel to Yahoo. And then let me show you guys what setting the title does on the web page. So let me go ahead and show you guys that here. And then when you hover over the link, do you see that it says go to yahoo.com when clicked? So title means tooltip. And then when you click yahoo.com, I don't know why they name it title in that case. They should probably just plainly call it tooltip. But anyway, so that's actually going to be the examples that I'm going to go over today. And links can be interesting. I hope you guys learn something, and go ahead and comment, ask a question, or make a comment about these links if you want on this video, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, continue to stay coding. And until next time.